Greetings and welcome to Auntie Yami channel, the real daughter of Africa, the motherland. Welcome as I say to my channel. How are you doing wherever you are? Today I'm going to bring very interesting topic. This topic will highlight the real facts about the similarity between Ghanaians and Jamaicans based on history, culture, and social connection. I know you are going to enjoy this topic because a lot of you, especially our teenagers out there, might be they don't teach you about history, about how our Caribbean brothers and sisters found themselves wherever they are today. But anyway, let's go further and explain what are my findings. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share as you enjoy this video. Real facts about the similarity of Ghanaians and Jamaicans. As I said before, I'm gonna talk about culture, food. Ghanaians and Jamaicans share deep historical and cultural connections rooted in the transatlantic slave trade, which brought many West Africans. As you know, Ghana is in West Africa. There's Nigeria, there's Sierra Leone there, there's Ivory Coast there, there's Cameroon there, you name it. The Gambia, Senegal, you name it. Especially from modern day Ghana to the Caribbean. Today I'm going to talk only about Jamaica, but as we are getting further, we are going to be talking about each and every Caribbean country with their connection to these African countries. This shared ancestry is reflected in language, music, food, spirituality, and social value. Before I go on, let me show you historical connection clip. Continue enjoying. Who are the tribes of Ghanaians who were taken to Jamaica? As you heard on our clip, it is the Akan, the Ga, and the Ewe ethnic groups of Ghana were taken that time of transatlantic slave trade to Jamaica. And their culture is so strong, so heavy. This is what I have to say. So, as you can see, this is the first connection, and we know the type of people, the tribe, the tradition, the culture which is in Jamaica. And what are the language similarity? Why are people on trying to tell us that most of Jamaicans are from Ghana? Let's see another similarity. That is language similarity. Jamaican patois has several Akan Twi words. For example, in patois, they say nyam, that's to eat. And in Dupi, which is ghost, have roots in West African languages. The rhythm and structure of patois also resembles some Ghanaian dialects. What about culture practices? Both cultures Cultures value community life, respect for elders. This is a common culture in Africa. They always teach us to respect elders. And storytelling. Yeah, I grew up, my grandmom and dad telling us stories, and it was like reality. It was very interesting. I miss that a lot. But I'm not from Ghana, but it's an African thing. I don't know, some of you Africans, do you have this type of cultures? Just drop a comment. Drumming, as you know, drumming. Dance, as you know, when the drums are drumming, then there's dance. And oral tradition are central in both Ghanaians and Jamaican society. Spiritual parallels. This is really serious. Spiritual parallels, spiritual beliefs. African spiritual systems like Obeah in Jamaica have roots in Ghanaian traditional beliefs. There are also similarities in religious expression, such as the fusion of Christianity with African spirituality. You can see that, my people, is very interesting, because these similarities, some of them, even me, who is not even from Ghana, I grew up, and even to date, they are practicing those spiritual cultural practices. Language similarities, for example, in southern part of Africa, even the east part of Africa, like Swahili is like a Bantu language. Then most of the Bantu languages, they've got words which are similar. And this even demonstrates that those colonial rulers, they are the ones who divided us. On top of slave trade, they divided us also. To date, we've got those tribes where you can see their culture, languages, you name it, are similar in certain ways. What about food influences? This is so wide when we talk about the food, because I love cooking. I love learning how to cook different types of dishes. What is the connection? Many Jamaicans, dishes like ackee and saltfish, yam, kalaloo, are similar to food commonly eaten in Ghana. Let's watch this clip. Very interesting. As you can see, different types of food. Down below is from Jamaica. The top one is Ghanaian food. Enjoy as you subscribe, like, and comment.
Ackee, which is part of Jamaica's national dish, ackee and saltfish, originates in Ghana. Also in Ghana you have wachi, which is centered around rice and beans and is similar to rice and peas, another Jamaican national favorite. Also both countries love plantain or plantain. The street food is so similar. In Ghana you'll find fish pies that are like a less flaky version of Jamaican patties. You have bofra, a fried dough, which is like fried dumplings, and in Ghana they have soft sweet tea bread.
As you can see, these similarities, as we are going forward, are even showing us, without even deeper explanation, that there is indeed similarities in a lot of cultural factors. What about music heritage? Let's listen to this clip.
Hey there, Aunt Yummy, you're the sweetest surprise. with a smile that sparkles beneath these bright skies. Your flavor's a melody, a tune that's so fine. A mix of adventure, always in the divine. Let's dance in the sun, let laughter take flight. With you by my side, everything feels right. Your vibe is contagious, so how it
As you can see, this is a company from Jamaica, the Maroons. He and her dancehall in Jamaica share African rhythms found in Ghanaian, high life and Afrobeat. Music remains a strong tool for storytelling and resistance in both cultures. Very interesting. Do we learn about this in schools? Believe me or not, most of our youth, they have never learned this. We don't need to be blaming them whenever they are denying or they don't know their roots, because we need to be teaching and reminding them. That's why I decided to choose this topic. As much as I always talk about Jamaican politics, but I thought to myself, let me also learn much about cultures. Is it true that there is similarities? What is the impact of what happened? Where are our brothers and sisters? But how do we know that slave trade contributed to all this? Because that time our ancestors, they did not forget to bring some of the plants and the seedlings wherever they were taken. You can see this is good for our kids, for our future generation. We cannot bury this history. It has to go on and on by us repeating, to educate and to remind each other. Even me, I've learned a lot. Let's continue. What else is a connection? Modern day ties. What is happening? Because, as I say, even our politicians, they are not forgetting. Because even recently, Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness has signed ties between Ghana and Jamaica. About what? Tourism, business, and cultural exchange, which is very important. Many Jamaicans have visited Ghana under Year of Return. You remember one of the most famous content creator, YouTuber, Wodemaya from Ghana, started this campaign a long time. And it worked. I respect the son of the soul, Wodemaya. Year of Return initiatives, reconnecting with their ancestral roots. This is very important. That's why I always say we cannot forget what happened. Let's continue to watch this clip.
Ghana's sobolo is Jamaica's sorrow. It's the same drink, it's making the same ingredients. Ghana's wache is very, very similar to Jamaica's rice and peas. There's lots and lots of alignment, lots and lots of connection. As an expat, working in Ghana is not straightforward, and anybody who's been in that position will know that. There is the understanding of the relationship between Ghana, West Africa.
Now let's talk about something special that has also caught my eyes. Listen to this. Flag. Did you know that Rasta reggae flag the one they wave in Jamaica or everywhere, is a Ghana flag. That is a Ghana flag. And even me, I've learned. Did you know about that? Drop a comment if you knew already about that. I did not know. I've just learned about it. And if we talk about the Akan beliefs in ancestors and spirit parallels, Jamaican practice like Obeah and Levivarism, which blend African spiritually with Christianity. This is going deeper and deeper. Kumina, a Jamaican religious practice, has roots in Akan and Central African spiritual systems involving drumming, dancing, and ancestral possession. Central Africa like Congo, Angola, all those places. Tradition Akan drumming patterns live on in Jamaican reggae, Nyabingi, and Kumina rhythms. The communal use of music and dance for communication and healing is present in both cultures. This tradition influences Jamaican naming practice in the past, particularly among rural and maroon communities in Jamaica. Clan and family structures. We are going deeper and deeper because we need to learn, both of us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with others, all those youth, so that they can understand about history, about why it happened, about the connection. These borders were just put by someone out there who wanted to separate us. Akan tribes are matrilineal, placing high value on lineage, family, elders, Jamaican society, especially in rural areas, mirrors this strong respect for elders and family bond. You know, in Africa, there's always extended family. You know, sometimes when you are involved with Westerners, they don't like, they'll tell you, oh, you Africans, it's just family, extended family. This is us. This is who we are. Even our brothers in Caribbean, this is who they are. Symbols and proverbs. I remember proverbs we used to learn in schools. We are still learning that in Africa. Ghanaians use adrinkra symbols and proverbs to convey wisdom, with similar meanings, e.g. every miko make a mako reflects Africa values of patience and resistance and freedom legacy. The Ashanti people were known for resisting colonial rule. They were strong leaders, Ashanti leaders, mirrored by Jamaican Maroons, many of whom descended from Akani tribe and resisted British colonizers in Jamaica's mountains. My people, you can see the connection. I don't need to continue to go on and on. This is part 1 of us learning about this, talking about what happened the time of slave trade, talking about how ancestors suffered in the hands of colonials, these slave masters. But now we are learning. We need to know where history is. We need to know why sometimes we can see similarities. We need to know how food can make us become one. It's not only food, but we need to know about our religious practices. Where did they came from? We need to know our cultural practices. We need to know our spiritual practices. Every belief has got a meaning. It's not just, oh, you are a village or you are what? No. As we continue, we will also try to find out how our Jamaicans or Caribbean brothers and sisters are connected with other countries in Africa until Brazil there. How are they connected? Because I've heard that there's some of our brothers and sisters, they were taken in certain areas in Brazil. How is it connected? Who are they? We are going to continue with that. Let's continue. Listen to this clip. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Ghana feels like Jamaica. Ghana even smells like Jamaica. Even some of your language is similar to Jamaica. So, the way some of the villages talk, I don't know what you call it. We call it patois, but you guys speak and you say, adekam. And, that kind of, it's similar to patois.
Pidgin.
Yeah, pidgin, there you go. So pidgin and patois, very similar. And, even some of the tree language, like there are people in Jamaica that still use certain words. So some of the foods are the same.
You've heard from those clips. Indeed, I agree that there is similarities. There's indeed connection between Jamaicans and Ghanaians and other tribes from Central Africa due to Atlantic slave trade. Do you believe this? Or still you cannot believe this? You are like, oh, that is history. Who was there? They were there. The slave masters were there. Our forefathers were there. And they passed this information to the generation after generation, until our generation. As we are passing to future generation, this is how it's going to work. It's gonna be there forever and ever. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you.
Auntie Yummy Vlogs. Auntie Yummy. Auntie Yummy. Inspire me. Oh, Auntie Yummy, changing narratives. Yeah, Auntie